Hi guys, so I don't know if you noticed, but last week the Call of Duty WW2 beta was made live on PlayStation 4, and there seems to be a very polarized response to it. You have some people claiming that it is a great game, returning back to the series' roots, and then you have a load of people suggesting that it is the same old crap released last year, just with a different skin and without the boost jump mechanic. So this polarized response actually got me thinking about how much hate the series really tend to get from the gaming community. I actually started wondering why people love to hate Call of Duty. Now, in an attempt to answer this question, I looked at a load of different articles, videos, and comments associated to why people dislike Call of Duty. I narrowed down 5 reasons that come up commonly and decided to list them here. So starting with the first reason, some gamers feel that every Call of Duty is the same game with a different skin. So now a lot of gamers feel that Activision's decision to create an annualized release schedule for Call of Duty has resulted in a situation where very little innovation is being made with each new entry into the series. A lot of people feel that the main culprit with regards to every game feeling the same is the fact that Activision has not rebuilt an engine for newer games, which has resulted in gameplay limitations and for some less impressive graphics. Perhaps a very good manner in which to explain this overall idea would be to ask the question, what is the difference between Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare? Now, each of these games are set in the far future, make use of boost jump and boost slide mechanics, and contain a version of the ever popular zombies mode. And thus, it would be very easy to suggest that all 3 of these games provide a rather similar experience. And a lot of people do say that in the comments of very many Call of Duty articles. Now, perhaps if Activision had chosen to perhaps release Ghost, for example, in 2013, and then wait until 2016 and only then release Infinite Warfare without releasing Black Ops 3 or Advanced Warfare, people would not really be making these claims. But who knows? Perhaps without the boost mechanic, many would feel that Infinite Warfare is just a newer version of Ghost as well. However, regardless of these feelings and the declining sales of the Call of Duty franchise, each Call of Duty entry has been the top-selling game each year since 2009, with the exception of 2013 when GTA 5 outsold Ghost. And this definitely does seem to point to the idea that there are very many people out there who still feel that Call of Duty provides a very good online experience. Moving on to reason number 2, some people do feel that Call of Duty popularized the annualized release schedule. Now, there are a load of people out there who feel that one of the biggest problems in gaming today is the fact that popular games with annualized release schedules are flooding the market with these games that lack innovation and in turn stagnate the development of the gaming industry. People often give 2 reasons for how annualized release schedules impact the development of gaming. The first is that popular games such as Call of Duty often take away sales from more innovative gaming experiences within the same genre. Sticking with Call of Duty, perhaps a very good example in this particular genre can be seen by looking at Titanfall 2 last year, which a lot of people said was a very innovative experience, but suffered from terrible sales because it was released in competition with Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. The second manner in which annualized release schedules of popular games may impact the quality of gaming is that some developers may see these popular games doing very well and then purposely choose to make their game similar to that of the popular annualized series in an attempt to emulate the success of that title. Now, I think this could be more easily seen with open world games and the supposed Ubisoft model. You know, you get a lot of open world games with various outpost ideas or a lot of towers to climb in order to get a bird's eye view of the map. It is for these reasons that a lot of people don't like annualized games. So Some people do believe that it was Activision and their success with annualizing Call of Duty that ultimately led to other publishers attempting to employ similar release strategies with their popular franchises, probably the most notable example being that of Ubisoft and the Assassin's Creed franchise, but this is a rather debatable notion, you know? Games such as Madden and FIFA have been employing such schedules for years before Call of Duty was even created. Moving on to reason number 3, the Call of Duty community. So the Call of Duty community has had somewhat of a negative reputation for quite some time now, with public lobbies becoming known as an area where you can find out about your dear mother's sexual perversions. Jokes aside though, it is almost difficult to find a person who has played Call of Duty who hasn't encountered a person screaming into their mic about an unfair death, making lewd disrespectful comments to another player, or playing annoying music through their mic. You know, I don't think anyone expects to have a conversation about the economic needs of the third world in the chat of a public lobby within an FPS game. But many do feel that it would be nice not to hear some teenager getting reprimanded for not doing their homework or something else of that nature. Moving on to reason number 4, some players do feel that Call of Duty is just too easy. Now, the idea of Call of Duty games being too easy is something that comes up quite often, especially when people begin to compare the franchise to other big FPS war offerings on the market, such as Battlefield. Now, I won't deny it is very easy to grasp the nature of gameplay in Call of Duty. You know, you get a few kills, you get a kill streak, next thing you know, you're going 10-0 and it's only a minute past in team deathmatch. But this is probably why it appeals to so many people. You know, I do know that there are a lot of people out there who prefer games that provide more challenging online experiences, but you know, you can't really fault people for enjoying games that are easier to learn how to play. Some gamers don't want to deal with steep learning curves. There shouldn't really be a problem with which types of games you choose to play. If you like hard games, play hard games. If you like easy games, play easy games. Moving on to reason number 5, the cool to hate mentality of some people. Ultimately, we live in a society where things that are popular will at some or other time receive some hate simply due to the fact that they are very popular. You know, there are probably people out there who have never played a Call of Duty game or haven't played one in very many years but still comment negatively on the franchise because it has become the socially accepted thing to do. This may not be the case with everybody who comments negatively on Call of Duty, as there are legitimate reasons as to why people may not like the franchise. You know, I've just provided a few, but there are probably some people out there who just spread hate for the franchise because they want to see their comments get those upvotes. So after providing these 5 reasons, the question I have here, is it right for the gaming community to hate Call of Duty? It is fair to suggest that Activision's treatment of the Call of Duty series has resulted in some undesirable outcomes for a lot of fans of the series, and perhaps even the gaming industry if some suggestions are to be believed. However, if you enjoy playing Call of Duty, who is anybody to tell you to stop enjoying it? Ultimately, every person needs to make up their own decision with regards to whether they dislike something or not. If you like playing it, keep on playing it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Personally, I don't hate the Call of Duty franchise. In fact, I've probably had some of my favorite online experiences with some of the titles in the series. I won't say that I've ever had as much love for this series as I did prior to the release of Black Ops 2, but I will say that I don't hate the franchise. It is rather disappointing that it has grown into a series that lacks a lot of innovation, but if the positive remarks with regards to the World War II beta are to be believed, it may actually seem that Activision and Sledgehammer Games have listened to fans of the series and are trying to create the best game possible with World War II. Whether or not they succeed in this endeavor remains to be seen, but one can only hope that they do. So, what is your opinion of the Call of Duty series? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Please share in the comments down below. And if you liked this video, please remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.